Pokemon that I would eat. Nobody asked for this, but we're doing it anyway. I'm doing this with the first 150 Pokemon. That's what's on the menu. That's where we're starting. Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, counting this as one dish because they're all the same. It's basically the same, it's all the same meat. So what I like about Venusaur is that it has the leafy greens and the protein. That is cool. I think like it's a frog though, right? Like these are frog Pokemon. I don't know if I would really like, I feel like I've had frog before in my life. Yes, I would try it. If it was in jerky form, and maybe I would try it like grilled or something like that. Okay, moving on. Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. These guys are lizards. They're like salamanders, lizards. Yeah, they're lizards, right? They're reptiles. I don't think reptiles taste very, I would still try it. So like, yes, I'm putting them down as a yes. I feel like it would taste kind of like chicken. We're gonna say yes to them. We got 6 Pokemon in and we're eating all 6 of them. Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise. These are turtles. Yeah, I'd give it a shot. Why not? Caterpie? Absolutely not. It looks disgusting. There's no way I'm putting that thing in my mouth. It's gonna have such a crunch on the outside and then just like gooey and juicy on the inside. Bugs aren't food, okay? I don't care what anyone says. It's not happening. Metapod? That is absolutely repulsive. I don't even want to think about that. So we're moving on to Butterfree. No. Not gonna eat that. I feel like it's like a little bit of squishiness with some fur, just like dust, you know? Because like, you ever touched a butterfly before or a moth? It's just like this dust. Gross. I'm not eating that, right? Okay, Weedle. Now, Weedle, bugs aren't food, okay? I don't care what anyone says. I know I said bugs aren't food, but Weedle looks pretty delicious. I feel like Weedle could be good. You know the scene in Lion King where they're eating the bugs and the bugs for some reason just look freaking delicious? It's kind of like that. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say I'll try Weedle. I'll give Weedle a shot. Kakuna, absolutely not putting that with the Metapod situation there. That's just, nope. Sounds, honestly, it's making me gag a little bit just thinking about it. Beedrill, no, there's just nothing appetizing about that. Pidgeotto, Pidgeot. I am upset that these Pokemon aren't real because, man, those would make some really good wings. I would eat the whole, like, roasted chicken or what. I mean, they're not chickens, they're pigeons, but, like, I would eat the crap out of these Pokemon. Absolutely. Those 3 are going on the top of the menu. I think so far they are the most delicious. For sure. We got Rattata, which I have called Rattatat my entire life. Pretty upset about that. And then Raticate. I don't know why Rattata's purple and Raticate's not purple. I'm gonna say I would try them if they were clean and prepared properly. I'm not gonna eat like a whole meal. I'm not gonna eat like the whole dish, but like, you know, if you give me like a little bit of it, like I'll give it a shot. Sparrow, Pharaoh, sure, they're birds. Poultry's good. I'm going for it. Ekans, Arbok. All right, so I would try these in jerky form. I would pretty much try anything in jerky form. I know it's kind of a cop-out because it's just like dehydrated and salted. Like pretty much anything can taste good in jerky form. I feel like I would try Arbok meat burger form or like little like chunk of it, like a pork belly piece. But Ekans I wouldn't. I feel like Ekans is just a lower quality meat. Pikachu and Raichu would probably taste pretty good, but I bet they're not good for you and I bet it's full of sugar. I don't know why I think that. I definitely think it's bad for you. I would definitely eat Pikachu and Raichu. Sandshrew and Sandslash, I feel like is the same exact type of meat as Pikachu and Raichu. I think it just tastes more bland. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's the same meat for sure. It's definitely the same like base form. It's just there's not as much sugar in there. It may be a little saltier. Maybe like when you're chewing it, you get like little pieces of sand in there and stuff. Okay, but yes, I would eat them. Nidoran, it's just a rabbit. I'd eat it. But then Nidorina and Nidorino.
That you have.
Those would be tougher and harder to eat. I would still try them. And then Nidoqueen, Nidoking. Yeah, I would try these. I don't think it's gonna be very good. I feel like especially Nidoqueen and Nidoking, it's gonna be really hard to like chew through, but I'll give it a shot. Clefairy and Clefable, I feel like these are gonna taste, again, kind of like the Pikachu Raichu situation. They're gonna taste very sweet, but I feel like it's gonna be nice and squishy, like pork type texture. I'm honestly, yeah, like, mouth's watering just thinking about it. So Vulpix, I would definitely try, but I wouldn't eat too much just because I feel like it's wrong. That's where I draw the line of like pet versus food. I think like Vulpix could be a pet, but it could also be food just to try once. Ninetales I'm throwing on the same thing. I feel like it's such a delicacy, you know, you gotta try it. Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff. Now, all right, I know I've been doing the evolutions as like the same type of meat, but this one is different. Jigglypuff is not meat. It's just like a ball of jelly. What are those like Japanese rice, like the mochi? It's like mochi, the rice outside, ice cream inside. That's what Jigglypuff is. So yes, absolutely I would eat Jigglypuff. Wigglytuff is not even close to the same composition food-wise. I'm gonna say Wigglytuff is more like a pork chop. Salty, chewy, you know, not that bad. So yeah, I would eat them. Zubat, I'm not trying to get like sick over here, so Zubat and Golbat, I'm skipping out. I'm not eating any bats. Oddish. This one's really confusing for me because like my brain and my stomach are telling me that it's like mochi type material, you know, where it's like squishy and gooey, but I know it's not. I want it to be so bad, but I know it's gonna be like chomping into an onion. So yeah, I would still eat it. I would still eat it. I'm just disappointed that it looks better than it is. Gloom, I feel like that's gonna be like chomping into a plum. So I would eat Oddish, I would eat Gloom, I would not eat Vileplume. I feel like it's poisonous. Not a good idea. Skipping out on Vileplume. Paris and Parasect. I think I'm allergic to crab. I don't think I should eat it, but I'm not like that allergic. I just get like itchy skin, itchy, scratchy throat. I mean, it's a Pokemon. If it's the only Pokemon I get to try, then like, yeah, I'm gonna try it. It's worth the sore throat or whatever, but it wouldn't be my first choice. Again, I feel like they're poisonous though. You know what? No, scratch that. I'm not eating those. Venonat, absolutely not. If I wanted to eat a pillow, I would just eat a pillow. See, the thing is with Venonat is I don't think that there's a body inside of that. I think that it's just fur all the way to the core. I don't think that there's any part of this that is edible. Maybe the feet are edible, but like gross, right? I'm not eating that. Venomoth, absolutely not. Like I said before, I feel like a moth would just like turn to dust in your mouth, so it's gross. All right, so we got Diglett and Dugtrio. I don't know what these are. That's like the biggest mystery, right? Is what is underneath the ground. I'm gonna need more information on that. I think when the waiter comes over and asks, that's something I would ask the waiter about and be like, yo, what's in the Diglett? So until I have more information on that, I'm gonna say no, I'm gonna skip out. This one's interesting. Meowth and Persian. I would eat Persian, I would not eat Meowth. And it's because Meowth can speak.
Now, where am I gonna get gloves with 3 fingers?
And I just don't wanna be able to have a conversation with something I'm gonna eat. Meowth is off the roster. Persian? Yeah. I don't see any reason why not. It's a big cat. I feel like it tastes pretty good, you know? Psyduck? Yeah, honestly, Psyduck might be the most delicious now so far. Taking the crown from the Pidgeotto family there, because Duck is just like, Duck's pretty good. I don't know if you've ever had it, but it's pretty good. And Gold Duck, I would still eat it, but I feel like Psyduck would be better. I mean, look at Psyduck and look at Gold Duck. What looks tastier? Mankey and Primeape? I feel like I feel like I can't do it. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like I don't want to try it, but I kind of have to. Like, you only live once, you got to try it, right? I would do it in jerky form. That's it, nothing else. Goralowith, he's just a cute little puppy guy. I can't eat him. Poliwhirl, Poliwrath, Poliwag, those guys probably taste like a perfect middle ground between Ivysaur and Wartortle. So yes, I would eat them. Abra, I don't think Abra looks good. I don't think Abra worth trying. I feel like it's just gonna be like gross meat. Kadabra is just too intelligent and human-like, and Alakazam also the same, so I feel like I'd be eating a person, so I can't do it. Machop's just a boy. No, I'm not doing that. Machoke, I feel like I would eat a piece of Machoke if he was cool with it. Like, I wouldn't want a Machoke to be like killed for this dish. If he was sitting here next to me and we're just like, yo, he's like, yo, you want to try some of my leg? Sure, if he's cool with it, I'm cool with it. Machamp, he's too tough. That would be like the toughest steak ever. I'm saying no to that one. Bellsprout? Sure, a little veggie on the side of, you could like pair that with any of these other edible Pokemon, you know? And Weeping Bell as well could be paired. And Victory Bell, I think, is poisonous. I'm not gonna go with that one. But Weeping Bell and Bellsprout, I could eat. Tentacruel, I love Calamari, so I'm gonna go with yeah. Geodude, Graveler, and Golem, these guys are rocks, right? I'm not trying to break my teeth over here, and there's no nutritional value in rocks whatsoever. Nope, not eating them. Ponyta and Rapidash, I don't see any reason why not. I would give them a shot. Slowpoke, yes. I feel like it's gonna be like a white meat. It's gonna be more like a pork chop or something. Slowbro is the same. Both of them I think would be pretty delicious, to be honest. Magnemite, Magneton, those aren't edible in any way, shape, or form, so they are off the menu. Farfetched, I could eat some Farfetch'd for sure. I think he's, yeah, it's not gonna be bad. He's a bird, you know? Doduo and Dodrio. Again, they're just birds. I don't feel like there's much meat on these birds. I don't know exactly how big they are, but I can give it a shot. Seal, Dugong, those are definitely gonna be salty. I don't think I would like it, but you don't know until you try, right? So I would give it a shot. Grimer and Muck, I think, are just poison, so I'm not gonna eat that. Are you kidding me? Shelder, I'm pretty sure is just a clam. Sure, I'll try it. Cloyster, again, it's just a clam, I think. I think there's some meat in there, so I'd give it a shot. Ghastly, Haunter, Gengar, I don't think that there's anything edible about these guys because they're ghosts and gas. I'd smell them. I wouldn't try to breathe too much in, you know, I'm not trying to get sick, or I'm not trying to get like, you know, any diseases here, like, you know, like don't smoke cigarettes. You know what, the ghost type Pokemon they're out. Onyx, again, he's just rocks. Not eating rocks, dude. Drowsy and Hypno, it feels wrong. It feels wrong, not because it's more like a person, but they just seem too intelligent. I'm not eating them. Just not doing it. Krabby, Kingler, again, I think I'm allergic to crab, but I'll give it a shot. They're Pokemon, right? You're not gonna, dude, if someone offers you, one, the fact that Pokemon are real, but two, like, you can try them, are you really gonna say no? Voltorb, I'm pretty sure, is just a ball of plastic or metal or Execute. I would eat the parts of Execute that are like closed eggs, you know, because I feel like the ones that are open and cracked probably have gone bad, right? Executor, I'm not a fan of coconuts, but the rest of him, I feel like it's just wood. So I'm gonna say no. Cubone, oh dude, come on. Yes. I mean, I feel bad for the guy, but like, there's no way he doesn't taste great. Marowak, probably still gonna taste good. I think it's gonna taste very similar to like the Pikachu, Raichu, Sandshrew, Sandslash type vibe, but like without the sand and without the sugar. So I feel like that's kind of like a middle ground meat. Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, they're too human-like. I'm not eating that. Okay, so Lickitung's interesting. I feel like the body of Lickitung is definitely like good meat, but I feel like the tongue is the delicacy. Like the tongue is definitely like what you pay for. Lickitung, I'm putting on the menu. Coughing, wheezing, again, I feel like that's just like sucking on a tailpipe and getting poison, straight poison and smog in your body. Those aren't food. Rhyhorn, Rhyhorn, I'm pretty sure are just made of rocks. There's not gonna be anything tasty there. Chansey is gonna be nice, tender meat. Also comes with eggs, which is great, you know? Chansey for sure is on the menu. Tangela, I don't know what's going on like inside that nest of stuff that he's got going on there. I feel like I'd chew on one of the vines or something. I feel like that could be pretty good. Kangaskhan, I would do in jerky form. I'm not doing any other kind of meat. Horsey, Seadra, I feel like they'd be pretty good. Staryu doesn't look good. I think I would eat it if it was made of chocolate, but it's not. Mr. Mime is just a weird looking dude. People are not on the menu, so no. Scyther, I don't think there's anything good about Scyther. I mean, he's a cool Pokemon and all, but like taste-wise, I just don't think that there's anything worth giving a shot there. Jinx, I'm not convinced isn't a person. I think Jinx is just a person disguised as a Pokemon, so off the menu, not eating that. Electabuzz, I don't think it would taste good. I would try it in jerky form. You know, if I walked into a jerky store and they had some like Electabuzz jerky, I'd give it a shot. But again, it's kind of a cop-out. Magmar, I'm pretty sure is just molten lava. That one's not getting eaten. Pinsir, gross. Tauros. Not only would I eat almost the entire like body of Tauros, not only that, but I also think it would be really good for you too. Tauros meat is probably like highest quality beef you can get in the Pokemon roster. Like if it's bulking season, get some Tauros. People are gonna be like, bro, you're gonna want some protein shakes, you're gonna want some Tauros. You're gonna want creatine. It's part of the magic formula, right? Magikarp and Gyarados. This one's interesting. I wouldn't eat Magikarp. I feel like no matter how it's cooked, it's just a low quality fish. It's just gonna taste really salty and fishy. Just don't think it's good. But Gyarados, that's some fine dining. And it's gonna be huge too, you know? Like that's one of those things where like you go to the restaurant and like everyone throws down like $150 per person and it's like a big fancy dinner you do like one time in your life because that's way too much money to spend on dinner. I would eat Gyarados for sure. Lapras, I feel like would also taste really good, but I feel like eating Lapras would be illegal. You'd have to go to like a different country to try Lapras. You don't tell anybody except for your close friends that you've tried Lapras before. Ditto, I wouldn't eat Ditto, but I would chew on Ditto for a long time because I think he's bubblegum. Eevee in the evolutions. This one's really, I'm excited to talk about this one because the thing is Eevee's just a base meat, right? It just tastes like whatever, like a fox or something, right? But then Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon, these are like accelerated versions, you know? Like they're each gonna have their own like cool flair to it. The way that they would serve this is like in a flight, you know? Like a little like dish where it's like, here's a little chunk of Eevee, a little chunk of Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon, and you like hors d'oeuvres, you know? Like you try each one and you're just like, exquisite. Porygon is 3D printed or something. He is not food. Omanyte and Amistar just look gross, but I feel like they would taste just like eel. And I love eel. Kabuto is disgusting. I'm not eating that. Kabutops, again, bugs aren't food. Aerodactyl, I don't think Aerodactyl's gonna taste good at all, but he's a dinosaur. If you have an opportunity to try and eat that, like you gotta try that. Because if you're not gonna eat it, someone else is gonna eat it. I don't think it's gonna taste good, but it's there. I'll give it a shot. Snorlax, that's a lot of meat. Probably tastes really good. And it's like so much too that you could like feed an entire state of people for like a week. Not only do I think Snorlax would be good, great business opportunity for all you can eat Snorlax places, but also just like solving a food crisis in a lot of places. So yes, Snorlax makes the cut. Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres. They're birds, absolutely. And they're legendary birds, so there's gonna be some sort of like mystical taste to these things. They're getting eaten for sure. Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite. See, Dratini and Dragonair, I would have them in sushi form. I think that'd be really good. Dragonite, I don't think I would eat. I don't think I would eat Dragonite. I don't know, it feels wrong. Mewtwo, again, with the talking. I don't want my food to be able to talk to me. And then Mew, I feel like I would try Mew, but again, Mew is one of those like super delicacy meats that like you don't tell anybody that you've tried it. You have to go to like the jungle somewhere where they have him and they're just like, here, you want to try a little piece of Mew? And I'm just like, yeah, sure, might as well try a little piece of it. That's it. Subscribe. Thank you.
Why is everybody so rude?